So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Delay of game, offense. That penalty is declined.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they're going to get this up to midfield. One quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 6 apiece is our score. Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. From midfield here, Dalton. He gets this one to Johnson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
He's certainly done a nice job spraying the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Dalton. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, Kamara. They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
It's a big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was, or whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and they throw the pick, not good at all.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give up the middle to Singletary. Gets this up across the 20 to the 21 or 22. Did show some power on that run, breaking the tackle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Play in his offense was staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Allen going to keep it again. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Fakes a spike. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Here's 2nd and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now this time, Allen will throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills have taken the lead. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. A first down throw coming for Dalton. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Dalton here from the gun. In the hands of Kamara. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 40. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes you just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He completes it to Olave. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 23. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. 1st and 10 for Dalton. He finds his man Johnson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have...
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they will wrangle them down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. They hand off to their big tight end. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. So we've reached one of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. We welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Allen now on first down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. Alontae Taylor up to make the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They go right back to Singletary. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Singletary. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost knocked the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The focus goes back to Chris Olave, the Saints offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Again, it's Kamara. There's a nice move. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Dalton's throw complete there to Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 15. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 162 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this Super Bowl.
So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Here's Singletary. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Just 1 more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi Trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Singletary will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession.
When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a 2-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. You know, getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And some space here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. Powering forward, touchdown Saints. Chris Olave with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft and when they were lining up with on defense, almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play?
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Will Lutz on for the point after. take it. They pitch to the tight end.
The conversion is no good.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They start the drive with Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a run with Singletary. And he's got room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints 15. 221 yards on the ground for him now, as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third.
You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
On third down, they go with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Bills are starting to pull away.